All right, kiddos, let's talk about Tubular Bells. Oldfield's breakthrough debut album. I mean, he was 19 when he did this. An album that, upon its initial release in 1973, didn't exactly explode onto the charts, but instead shimmered quietly until the moment pop culture history changed everything. So at the age of 19, Mike Oldfield created Tubular Bells almost entirely by himself. Layering instrument after instrument, he crafted a unique, hauntingly melodic piece that didn't follow traditional song structures. It was instrumental, experimental, and at over 40 minutes long, it defied radio play. For many listeners in the early 1970s, it was a bit of like an enigma. Beautiful, yes, but not an instant mainstream success. So Virgin Records, a brand new label at that time, took a huge risk releasing Tubular Bells at its very first album. Sales were modest in the beginning, critics were intrigued but cautious. The music was ethereal, progressive, and unlike anything else, a slow burn that needed the right context to be fully accepted. Then came The Exorcist. In 1973, William Friedkin's horror masterpiece took the world by storm with it. The eerie opening piano theme of Tubular Bells, that minimalist, haunting melody played over the film's chilling atmosphere, gave the music a brand new dimension. I mean, it's hard not to listen to this album and not immediately think of The Exorcist. But if you listen to it, Exorcist, and then it goes into a whole nother world throughout the entire album. So that minimalist, haunting melody played over the film's chilling atmosphere gave the music a new dimension, transforming it from obscure art rock into the sound of terror itself. It was the perfect sonic companion to the film's themes of possession and unease. Audiences flocked to The Exorcist, and whether they knew it or not, they were taking in Mike Oldfield's music on a massive scale. As a result, Tubular Bells was recontextualized not just a musical curiosity, but as pop culture phenomenon. People wanted to own the music that had, unnerved them in the theaters. The sales soared. The albums charted internationally, eventually sold millions of copies of this thing. So in a way, Tubular Bells is a perfect example of how art sometimes needs a cultural moment to truly be seen, or in this case, heard. Without The Exorcist, Oldfield's album might have just remained a cult classic, but with that film's success, the music gained an eerie immortality, elevating this slow burn debut into one of the most iconic instrumental records of the 20th century, and the rest, as they say, is history. If you haven't heard this album, it's pretty incredible. Again, it starts off with the Exorcist theme song, but as the album, it just goes into a whole nother world, different styles, different genres. It was unexpected. I love this album. Check it out. Let me know what you think.